We've had the issue with these sheep coming through and deciding that they're not satisfied with all the grass they have, and so they go over into this area and they don't clean up after themselves. They leave the fence down. I'd like to try to use this Intellirope and these posts, step-in posts, and see if we can train the pigs to it. So here we go. We'll catch up after. But first we have some cleanup to do. This Intellirope from Premier One Supplies that we're going to be using for this pig fence, hopefully future sheep fence. The Intellirope 4.5 is 3/16 inch in diameter. They also have 1/4 inch, and this is the 3/16. Now I'm going to secure the first step-in post to the wood post so that it has something to pull on. Anchor, that's what I was looking for, anchor. That's it. Yeah. These are called RopeLinks. They make them for the sizes of rope, and when you have two pieces coming across, this is for splicing, basically. The rope coming up from this side, rope coming up from that side. This link goes in the middle. As far as I know, you just wrap this rope link around them like this, and it's tight, and that's great. We're going to use this for any splicing that we need. Also, we're going to use it as the connector for the fence charger. Already this rope link came in very handy because I just used it as a loop on the end, as I was showing in my little example. I just looped it around the post, put the rope link, that's it. So we'll find out down here if we need some kind of support for this corner post because we're changing directions. Something else I think I'm really going to like about this rope is that because I can use these rope links, we can just put the charger, the fence charger, wherever we want. Double up the rope size with the rope link so that it covers all the way around the filaments, and then connect the fence charger to the rope anywhere I want. I think that's going to be really nice. That's not what I wanted. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, oh, look at this pig. He's getting some like nesting materials, stay warm materials or something. Wow. That was neat. Okay, as I was saying, if you're not sure what I mean about this, if I try to connect, it might be thick enough, but it's loose. It's loose in there a little bit. It's hard to show you. It's hard to convince you that it seems too loose. And maybe it's not. What I'm going to do is double it up so that when I put this connector on here, it's going to have a full connection to all the strands of wire inside so that it gives a good shock. I'll put this connector on there so that way it has a solid connection all the way around It's all of the filaments, all of the metal filaments that conduct the electricity for the electric fence. I'm even gonna have an idea here. Connected to the existing fence, this rope link. I actually won't use this double one because there will be enough contact with the old one. The additional benefit is that once they've been trained, just connect that, should have our power back. Just like that. We should be live. Now I've got thick rubber boots on. This ground over here is very dry. I don't usually get to feel this very much. Oh, I can feel it, which means it's strong enough for the pigs for sure. Now we might need to try to bait the pigs. We want them to hit this fence hard at least once. Twice is better, so that they learn not to test the fence again. The idea is that once they're trained to this fence, we can take down this outside one altogether. Hopefully we'll get to show you some clips of the pigs getting tested, but for now, that's it. I did notice that down there on the corner, it's pulling a little bit because that's where it changes direction. So I'm going to get a tent stake, like a camping tent stake, and stick it down inside and tether a rope to it to firm up that corner. I should say this was really easy, and if it works, I might be a big fan of this as opposed to the netting, because I can use whatever stakes I want. And we have some really hard ground around here, and sometimes these netting stakes don't quite cut it. They're not easy enough to use. But if these stakes work and this rope works and we can remove this netting, it's also more cost effective in many ways, and I think I like it. It's bigger, it's a more visual barrier for them, so I hope it works. Be encouraged. It's not too expensive to do this stuff along these ways. It was actually a lot faster than I thought it was going to be, and I can add layers up if I want it to go from 6 inches to 12 inches, add an 18-inch, maybe put some up at 20 inches for the sheep, do whatever that range, then I can just add them up these stakes. Also, if these stakes break, then I just switch them out. Whereas if these netting posts break, you can replace them, but they're specialty and it's not easily replaceable. So lots of things that I think I'm going to like about this Intellirope, this electric rope wire fencing. Another thing I forgot to note so far is that if we can take this netting fencing down and just leave the wire rope fencing, the one strand, if the pigs can be trained to it, or maybe 2 strands, that way the sheep can just go in and out. It's fine. They can eat the grass in here. That's fine with me right now. And that way they're not destroying my fence, getting in and out. Something I find acceptable right now, and I hope it works. Another benefit of this rope, as opposed to the netting, is that I can change the lengths. I can configure it in whatever direction I want to, because I can just put the posts. I don't have to have them be 10 feet apart or 12 feet apart like the netting comes pre-configured. I can make these runs as long as the rope tension will allow, and I think that's a good benefit as well. I brought some apples with me, and I'm gonna see if we can get them to touch this fence and learn. Meantime, sheep are just hopping over the fence. I guess I missed all the action. Maybe they've already tested this fence. I think they know this fence well enough already. Ginger. Baby sheep has outgrown you in size. Wow. Well, we didn't hear any squealing or see any pigs jumping, so they didn't test that fence. In the meantime, I came over here in the corner and did what we were talking about with this corner here. And just tied off the ropes, the twine, use some tent pegs. You can see the tent pegs here. I think we can see the tent pegs here. See the tent pegs. And that way this post will stay straight against the tension of the rope, either direction. All right, maybe that's it for today. Be encouraged. See you next time. So it's been a few days since we put this pig rope. Hi, Mackie. Want to say hi to everybody? No? It's been a few days since we put up this rope. Now we're going to add a second rope just a little bit higher. We're going to move the net fencing back so that we know for sure that it's working for the pigs. So we're going to take this net fencing. It's already disconnected from the hot wire. We're going to take it and we're just going to move it back a few feet, and then in a few days we'll be able to confirm for sure that everything's working as needed, and then we'll just be left with the 2-wire pig fence. The 1 wire is fine, but we're going to use 2 wires for now because some other people might be coming out to help with the animals on different occasions, and we want that to be just a little bit higher barrier for them. So this will be the test here. This opening right here, we'll leave that for the sheep to get in and out. Again, we're fine with that. I'm fine with that for now. And we're gonna see if the pigs stay in the inner roped section is the plan. Now we're gonna add 1 more post back here. I think the stretch in between is a little bit longer than desired. But you can also see how we have this gap now. This big gap stretches all the way along. It's that border gap. Because eventually this net will just come down. We'll take the net away and see if we've got this 2-rope pig fence adequately prepared. Strong enough. It's for sure. And that is all for today. By the way, before I forget, I mentioned these RopeLinks. It's kind of twist. These might be the best thing for electric fencing that I've had in a long time. I just want to comment and say these are great. Use them and you'll be happy. Okay, welcome back. It's springtime now, and we still have this net fence up, as you can see, but it's time to take it down like we talked about and see if the pigs are good with the 2-rope fence with the Intellirope fencing that we put up last time. All of it's taken down. You may be wondering whether or not we're okay with the sheep being in there. We are for now. They can come and go as they please. And we'll see if these pigs stay in here like we want them to. And we really like it. Once again, this is the Premier One Intellirope 4.5. And so far, I really like it. Thumbs up. Here's the next morning, and it looks like the fence is all still in place, which is a good thing. And even better, the pigs are still in their place. I'll check in one more time in the afternoon, make sure everything is still good. Last check-in, I think we're gonna call this good now. These pigs have been in just fine. The sheep have come in and out just fine. And that's what it looks like at the end. It's very clean. And it's very configurable. And I think I like those features. Be encouraged. You can do this. See you next time.